Hello, people of the internet. This is Shaky Jake, and I really need a catchphrase. Previously on Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, we left Dantooine and initially went to a space station near Yavin 4 where we met a Rhodian named Savam, who we will encounter once every so often once we've encountered a few of the star maps on and off in our journey. And we also saw a cutscene between Darth Malak, Admiral Sol Karath and Calo Nord, who I didn't actually talk about much in the previous part, but I will assume that I've actually done a little edit since and I've actually addressed that, so I'm not going to do that here. And we also landed on Tatooine, our first planet in the Starforge quest. Well, in the quest to get the star maps for the Starforge. And the reason why is so we can do missions, personal side quest, and we also triggered Bastila's personal side quest as well. So we will do both of their quests together. So let's carry on. This time we're not going to do much in the way of main quest stuff, but I am going to do a bit of Swoop Racing and a bit of exploring Anchorhead. That's my plan anyway.
Hey Bastila, you ever use the Force just for fun? You know, a little jolt to the Force to trip up some jerk who's ticking you off?
I would never use the Force for such petty and trivial revenge. The mere thought of it's preposterous.
Aw, come on. There's gotta be times when you thought about it. Don't be so stuck up. You can tell me.
I am not stuck up. I merely have the years of training to give me the wisdom and understanding to see how childish such an act would be.
Childish? Is that a crack about my age? You ain't much older than me, Miss High and Mighty. Just 'cause you're some Jedi doesn't mean you can be a prissy little...
Oh, triggered.
What the... Hey, that wasn't funny.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Mission. Come now, we have to get going. Please, do try to be less clumsy in the future.
Such a great little cutscene between Mission and Bastila that for years I wasn't actually aware existed until I put them both together, because you know, beforehand I never really thought to put Mission and Bastila together, but a great little cutscene between the two where both characters come across rather well, I think. So let's heal first of all, because I forgot to do that. And let's see what happens if I try and leave Anchorhead, because I don't think I'll be allowed to straight away. Let's talk to you.
No one leaves Anchorhead without proper authorization.
Where would I get authorization?
Only one place, and it means dangerous work. Go to the Zerka office for a hunting license. They sell them for Father's Lodge.
Tell me about the Circa office.
The Zerka Corporation office is in the center of Anchorhead. The protocol officer will sell you one. She might offer you other work too.
I'm not going to bother with the Force Persuade because I do actually want to go to Circa's office, but what do you know about Faz's Lodge?
Faz's is north of the Zerka office. You'll need a hunting license to deal with him. He'll just send you to the Zerka office to get one.
Okay, that's fair enough. If it's my risk, why not just let me pass?
You know, I agree with you, but Zerka Corporation just doesn't want the headache. Besides, I couldn't let you pass if I wanted to. The gate lock needs to be swiped with your authorization. Sorry.
Why do I need authorization?
Zerka Corporation does not want the complications or expense that come with people wandering the dunes. It's too dangerous. Running this installation is difficult enough without fools wandering around getting themselves killed by sand people.
Why does Zerka Corporation think that will cost them?
Don't get cocky. It has nothing to do with how much you are worth. Workers to man the iron shovels are cheap. What they don't want is sand people salvaging your weapons. Their raids cause enough damage as it is.
I'll just go then.
See the Zerka office for authorization.
Awesome. And... ooh, there's a random name, Jawa, Isis. A bit of an unfortunate name, but let's talk to you. Could you be clearer? I'm having trouble understanding you. Why wouldn't I understand your true language? What is it that you want, Jawa? Giants made of sand? Sand people? So ISIS. Oh god. Oh. So ISIS, what do you want me to do? Tell me about where your people are. Maybe I'll help. A few more questions, alright? Why have they taken your people?
So these Jawas are scavengers who were enslaved by the Sand People. I think I am beginning to understand his plight.
For some reason, some of the Jawa dialogue appears to be disappearing whilst they're speaking. I think that's a minor bug. A few more questions again. Actually, I think it's just 2 more. Tell me about those that came before.
It could be that this Jawa knows things about this planet's history that the Republic has no inkling of.
A few more... Well, one more question. I'm looking for something called a star map. Can you help? You'll tell me after I help you. Why should I believe this?
It does seem convenient, but we've no reason to disbelieve this creature.
I'll check it out when I leave the city. Goodbye. Right, but we're not going to do that for quite a while because we've got things to do. And there is a shop nearby, which is here, a droid shop. We're not going to go in there just yet on the basis of I want to do everything in Anchorhead first. But essentially the droid shop has a party member that we can get from there. And technically that party member is skippable in the first game. And he's also technically skippable in the sequel as well. But he's definitely skippable in the first game. So first of all, I want to get a hunting license so that I can leave whenever I desire. Because naturally we need a hunting license. So let's visit Circa's offices. But first let's talk to you once I've nicked your stuff.
Something you want? I don't have a lot of time for talk, so please, make it quick.
I just want to ask some questions.
All right, but I'm not sure what I could say to interest you. I just work on the crawlers.
Describe your job and who you work for.
I repair the sand crawlers when they return from the mines. They get pretty banged up, even without the attacks.
What attacks do you mean?
The sand people attack them pretty regularly. Zerka Corporation is getting pretty sick of it, I hear. They've offered bounties on sand people for a while now, but few hunters take them up on it. Too dangerous.
Well, they're cowards, pretty much. Where can I learn about these bounties?
Try at the Zerka offices, right here. They'd know.
When do the sand crawlers head out?
Oh, the big crawlers head out at dawn. That's so they avoid the bigger predators. The raid, I mean. Doesn't help avoid the sand people, though. They attack pretty regular, no matter what Zerka Corporation tries.
What can you tell me about Tatooine and Anchorhead?
Well, it's a hole in the galaxy as far as I'm concerned. I doubt this outpost will last much longer. But that's happened before and will happen again. Anchorhead has been resettled a few times now.
Why have previous settlements failed?
Well, Tatooine fools people. It looks like it might have a good supply of resources, but it doesn't. Before a company learns this, they've already set up communities to support operations they now can't afford. Company pulls out, cities dry up, and after a few years, someone that doesn't know why it failed tries again.
Zerka Corporation isn't doing well here?
No one is. I guess it looked like a promising mining planet, but the metal, I tell you, it just isn't right. I've been a mechanic my whole life, and I've never seen anything corrode as fast as Tatooine metal. It's why whoever was here before left, and why Zerka will leave, and why whoever comes next will leave.
That's all I need. Goodbye.
All right then, back to work, I guess.
See, that wasn't so hard. Technically, you can make this guy afraid of you for the rest of the game, but I see no reason to do that. So let's go into the Zerka office.
나보다 니 윙키스막 토마 와나쿤 베스 징파마 루리라 톡 징방 논켓 톡 닝자 무리라 라베스 우바바두 거지 동 농봉정 융양 동 파독스막 델야.
What's going on here? Who are you?
구야 미주스쿠나 직드나이 이나쿤 마마 루리라 라치쿤 슬리모파도나 문디 활동의 지형급이 나보다 니 윙키스막 토마 와나쿤 베스 징파마 루리라 톡 징방 논켓 Ninja Mura Rabes.
Quite a nice little commentary there on how businesses operate. Right then, so we'll do exactly the opposite of what he says. I'm going to bring them up. I'm going to bring it up, rather.
Can I help you? These are the offices of the Zerka Corporation. I trust you have business with the company. If this is about employment, I'm afraid all regular mining positions are full. And before you ask, we are also no longer selling hunting licenses.
Well, I want to ask about hunting licenses.
As I said, we are no longer selling them. There are too many people cavorting about outside the walls as it is.
Why would I need a license anyway?
We use them to ensure that only people judged fit by Zerka Corporation are allowed outside the city. We don't allow casual exploration because of legal concerns. Zerka Corporation takes no responsibility for loss of life on the dunes. It's just so we can keep track of people. No one leaves the city without a Zerka hunting license.
There is no way to get a license?
Well, normally we charge 200 credits, but I could make an exception if you agreed to perform a task for us. It's similar to hunting. The Sand People are becoming a problem. They destroy our sandcrawlers and kill our miners. One particular tribe is the worst. It's as if their chieftain has decided to wage war against us. I would like their attacks terminated. Bring me their gaffy sticks as proof. If you agree to do this, I'll give you a hunting license now and pay a bounty for each stick later. I'll give a bonus for the chieftains.
That's a deal to me. Why pay for the gaffy sticks? Why not their heads?
Which would you rather have dumped on your office floor? Besides, they're ceremonial weapons, unique to each warrior. It's just as good.
I will agree to do this for you.
Excellent. Now, just so we understand each other, this is an enforceable contract. Zerka Corporation takes this very seriously. Here's your license, and a few directions. We believe one of their enclaves is in the far south of the Dune Sea. You might try following one of our sandcrawlers. They're regularly attacked. I wouldn't mind you escorting them.
Let's go back to my first questions.
Very well, though I do have work to get back to.
I'm looking for a miner named Griff.
Griff? There's no Griff here. Never heard of him. No, I don't remember a single Griff on the Zerka Corporation payroll.
Dodging the question, are we? You want to tell me about Griff. Do I want to go for the Force Persuade? Nah, let's not. Let's go for the regular speech check. Are you certain of that? I would leave sooner if I knew.
Oh, you mean that Twi'lek? Must have slipped my mind for a second. Yes, of course I remember Griff. We hired that Twi'lek some time ago. Not a good worker, according to his crew chief. Always complaining and faking injuries to get out of work. He entered false timesheets and slept through his shifts. We even suspected him of stealing Zerka Corporation supplies, although we could never prove it.
So you fired him?
We would have fired him, but we needed workers. It would have been better for him if he had been fired. Then the Sand People wouldn't have gotten him.
You mean he's dead?
He was lost in a Sand People raid we suffered not too long ago. There were prisoners taken, but our rescue parties never found anyone alive. In the end, it just wasn't cost-effective to keep searching. All miners sign a waiver absolving Zerka Corporation of liability in these circumstances.
That's convenient. So your workers are all expendable?
Zerka Corporation cares deeply for all of its employees. That's why we've started a bounty program to thin the Sand People numbers. We didn't find his body, so we have to assume he was taken prisoner. Whether he's still alive, I couldn't say. That's all I can tell you. I shouldn't even have said this much. This is all privileged corporate information. I could lose my job.
Is there some type of reward for saving him?
As I said, all employees have signed waivers absolving Zerka Corporation of any financial liability if this occurs. It is the industry standard. I suppose you could apply for special dispensation from the Zerka Corporation representative kiosk on Coruscant. Business hours only, please.
Never mind. I want to ask you about something else.
Very well, though I do have work to get back to.
Anything out of the ordinary happening?
I assume that by out of the ordinary you're referring to the destruction of Terrace? That is all anyone is talking about. I'm afraid Zerka Corporation is not offering any comment on those events. We wouldn't wish to anger the participants.
No desire to mistakenly associate with the losing side, hmm?
Zerka Corporation policy is not subject to your approval. It is a sound business model. Save us your commentary.
Know about anything more local?
If you're looking for local events, I suggest you go to the Swoop Track, one of the few leisure industries on Tatooine. There was also a Jawa here earlier, saying something about needing help. I think he's out by the city gates. I can't be more specific about what he wanted. Our droid translators had difficulty with the message.
I have to go. Goodbye.
Farewell. Zerka Corporation welcomes your future inquiries.
So we learnt quite a lot of information there. Let's talk to this greeter person. What do you have available for purchase? And he has actually quite a few interesting stuff. The battle armor for one is actually quite interesting. I would give that to Mission if she actually had medium armor proficiency, but she doesn't. Ooh, Mandalorian heavy pistol. I would buy that, but I think we can get that later on anyway. So let's skip all that. Okay, let's go. We've got our license. We've asked about Griff. We've learnt quite a bit there. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Or is this about Circa wanting the Sand People chieftain killed? The Zerkas said that the Sand People attacked first. What would you suggest then? Who would have a capable droid? And that's HK-47, the droid that we can buy, although we're not going to do that for a while. Where would that enclave you mentioned be? Where would you get robes to match theirs? God, I'm asking so many questions today. I will deal with the matter as I see fit. Technically, that Duros is actually saying the more correct way to deal with the situation. Zerka are more the dark-sided option. And really, Zerka as a corporation are technically one of the dodgiest businesses in the Star Wars universe. I'm not sure if they survived towards the film timeline, but either way, they're not a very nice company. They get fleshed out a bit more in the sequel. So we're in the Hunter's Lodge. Let's talk to a few people before we go off and do some swoop racing. Who are you? What do you do? Why do you play? I have to go. Goodbye. Maybe we'll talk later. I do want to try and sell that plate if I can. You. Information if I could trouble such a worthy hunter for a moment. Who are you? What do you do? Where is the best hunting? So dragons are where? Are they dangerous? Who uses battle droids? How long have you been at this? You really don't know anymore? What can you tell me about the other hunters? Wouldn't the guards have something to say about that? What about the hunters besides the Gamorreans? Let's go back to my first questions. I'm looking for something. Who knows this planet best? Have you ever seen the Sand People with anything odd? What kinds of ruins were these? Where were they? What about the Jawas? I have to leave. Goodbye. So Komad, very talkative. Let's talk to... Oh, there's quite a lot of people in here. Fazza, you are of interest. I have something to sell you. Okay, I'm gonna have a slight loss of 200 credits, but that's fine. That will do nicely. Do you have anything for sale or trade? And there's actually quite a good gun here. Apart from that, nothing else of interest. Okay, so we didn't quite make the value back on the plate, but again, I wasn't going to make a profit anyway, I don't think, because I wanted the light side points more. Now, you.
Get lost, Tenderfoot. I hunt Desert Raid. I don't babysit.
Come now. I just want to benefit from your experience.
Well, you sure know how to get on my good side. You're just trotting out banthapats, but thanks all the same.
Who are you? What is it that you do?
My name is Doric Quinn. I'm a hunter. I hunt. Is that enough, or should I start listing my family birthdays?
That's actually quite a good response. Where is the best hunting?
If I knew the best place, why would I tell anyone? It would be worth too much to me to let it get out. It doesn't matter anyway. This season has been dry for me, as it has for almost everyone. Perhaps someone else is holding out, but there's simply fewer raid out there.
Why are there fewer raid?
It used to be a one-on-one test. Hunter against hunted. Now people just want the credits. I could stomach maybe a pair or a team of hunters. But some now use battle droids. Where's the sport in that?
We already know who uses battle droids, but I'm going to ask him anyway. Who uses battle droids?
That's not for me to say. I won't be a troublemaker in so small a community. You'll see. Hunt, and you will see.
How long have you been at this?
I've tracked wild beasts my whole life, but I've only been hunting here for 5 years. I've much to learn yet.
What do you want to learn?
There are hunters that go after the big kills, the crate dragons. I don't know how they do it. I never even see the things. Komad is the one I respect, but I also trust that the only difference between us is experience. I will learn.
What can you tell me about the other hunters?
I don't go telling stories about other people. You want to know what they think? You go talk to them. One word, though. Watch yourself around the Gamorreans. Gurk and his buddies aren't to be trusted. Everyone else I respect because they have skill. Those guys, they go for easier prey.
What makes you say that?
Just watch your back when you hunt. The dragons aren't the only dangers out there.
Let's go back to my first questions.
If that's what you want, I'm not sure what you hope to get out of me, though.
I'm looking for something. Who knows this planet best?
You'll have to ask around. Komad Fortuna is a much more experienced hunter than I am. He hunts far from Anchorhead. The local Jawas are a good source of information, even if it is hard to understand them. It may cost you, though.
We already know all about that, so I have to leave. Goodbye.
Good hunting.
And we'll talk to the Gamorreans. Why not? So you. That's actually quite a good laugh. What if I wanted advice? I'm sure you are very smart. So can I ask what you do? Some of the other hunters say you don't know how to hunt. Why don't you let him speak?
Aw, jeez. I hope this doesn't take too long. Gamorreans like to throw insults around, but they just don't have the smarts for it.
I'm looking for something. Are you good scouts? Fine, I'll just leave. They're an amusing trio. Now, one last person to talk to.
What can I do for you? Did my wife send you? This ain't about credits, is it?
I'm looking for experts. You seem knowledgeable.
Oh, of course. Who put you up to this, my wife? I meant what I said about having no credits.
I want to ask who you are and what it is you do.
Well, my name is Tanis, and what I do is hunt. I'm sure you've heard of me. Well, actually, I hope you haven't.
You also resemble one of the other hunters I just talked to, but where is the best hunting?
There isn't any. Too many hunters, not enough prey. I can barely keep expenses covered. Maintenance on battle droids is expensive. Of course, it's better than going alone. What if I stumbled on a bunch of sand people? These solo hunters are crazy.
So you're the battle droids person. You hunt with battle droids? Is that sporting?
What do I care? I need to eat. I also need to pay for parts so the wife can keep the droids running. It's all about the credits. Some guys will talk about honor and stuff, but they still sell their plates to Faza. I guess honor needs creds too.
Don't you need to take more kills to keep your droids running?
I suppose, but so what? When that resource goes belly up, I'll just move on. I'm just a wandering spirit, I guess. I'm not real popular with the others, but they just fool themselves. They're in it for the credits too.
That I can agree with. They are a little bit hypocritical in that sense. How long have you been at this?
Too long. But it beats smuggling. You ever run into a Sith dreadnought in the desert? No, you haven't.
You crossed paths with a Sith dreadnought?
Hell, I married her. No, seriously now. I had this friend that crossed Sith space and got stripped of everything. It's not like I have much now, I guess, but I still prefer sand people to getting ambushed on unproven trade routes.
You go on about your wife a lot. What's the deal?
She doesn't understand me. You know the drill. It's not my fault. She knew who I was when she married me.
What can you tell me about the other hunters?
Uptight and cold, like my wife. They don't like me streamlining the hunt with droids. I don't fit in, but I don't let it bug me. The Gamorreans are different. Good rowdy drinking buddies. Kirk and his boys, they understand that hunting is a business. Of course, they hunt other things than raid, too. Just don't turn your back on them. Ever.
What are you suggesting?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Just keep your eyes on them, that's all.
What about the hunters besides the Gamorreans?
Dorak is reasonable. Komad is a pain, but he keeps his distance. I can tell he doesn't like me much. Ask around the lodge if you want information about the other guys. I don't really talk to them much.
Let's go back to my first questions.
Fine, whatever you want.
I'm looking for something. Who knows this planet best?
Who knows the planet? I don't know. I guess the sand people. I'm usually running when I see them, though.
Have you ever seen the sand people with anything odd?
Sure. My blood. They almost got me last year. Tore up 2 of my battle droids. Wife was mad about that. Took her weeks to fix. Where they got weapons to cut battle armor, I don't know. They act like animals, but they can surprise you.
Where did this happen?
I don't know. Pick a dune and walk. They'll get you soon enough.
What about the Jawas?
Smart traders. They've salvaged and sold me my own damaged droids once or twice. They don't say much I can understand. I think they're a little slow, but who am I to judge, huh?
I have to leave. Goodbye.
Good hunt.
And that's pretty much everyone in Faza's Lodge to talk to, so let's move on. This has been a very talkative episode, I've noticed so far, but we're going to change that hopefully with some Swoop Racing, because I do want to get that done so I can then move on with the rest of the planet. So let's go in the Swoop Race part and let's have a look. Who do I need to talk to?
Nico's the big favorite around here.
Well, there's a hut. He seems to be the person I need to talk to. I'm looking for information. Can you help? I raced on Taris. I won the season opener there.
My friend tells the truth. I am a Jedi. Are you going to imply that I am lying as well?
Nobody here can compare with the racers you rode against on Terrace. You'll wipe every record from the books this backwater track.
Thank you, Mission Ambassador, for standing up for me. I have some experience. I have my own bike stored on my ship. Why not drop the fee? No racers means no crowds. I don't need to pay the fee. A hut that doesn't actually... no, what am I saying? I can't believe there's a hut that actually can't resist mind tricks. That's quite fun. What sort of business do you need help with?
And? Sounds like you have something special. What do you want help with?
Why won't he sign?
That isn't fair! On Terrace you had to give a cut to the Swoop gang sponsoring you, but at least the rider got the higher share of the winnings.
I think you should give him a better deal. You want to give Nico a better deal. Just set me up with a race. I already paid a maintenance fee. Will you negotiate on the price? You want to let me race for free. God, this hut is annoying. Okay, so these Swoop races are a lot harder than Taris. Basically, Tatooine and Manaan have them, but they're much harder than Taris. So I'm going to try and do my best to win these, and hopefully I will. Basically, as long as you hit most of the pads, you'll be okay. Okay, I think we beat that. I'll be back later. Right, first of all, I need to talk to Nico, because I think I've done him a favour.
Oh, hi. You another racer, then? I heard someone new was talking to Mata. Always room for more, I guess. Don't know how much longer I'll be around here, but maybe we'll have time for a few races.
Wow, a Twi'lek that speaks Galactic Basic, how fun. I talked to Mata about you.
Did you? I'm not sure that's any of your business. Top racers keep to their own. I don't know you. Maybe if you were better on the track, I might feel like talking about it. Someone who can turn out the fast times might understand.
I've done you a favour though, but okay. How long have you been racing?
Just a few years. I used to run down in the canyons, but nobody sees you down there. I wanted crowds.
Are you any good?
I've been told I am. I might go pro. I'm looking at some contracts, but that's between me and Mata.
What does racing pay?
Mata has some basic incentives for good times, which you probably know, but this is just an amateur track. The pro circuit is where the real credits are, but even that is hurting. I guess a lot of riders were on Terrace.
Back to my other questions now.
Hurry it up, all right? I have things on my mind.
Well, you're so rude. Do you know much about Tatooine?
Sorry, I've been here a few years, but only for the racing. Maybe ask over at Faza's club. The hunters get around.
Goodbye.
All right, see you around the track.
So we need to win some races to basically fully complete Nico's crest. Let's talk about Swoop Racing. Just set me up with a race. Will you negotiate on the price? Okay, so basically every succeeding race you now have to pay for, so I'll pay the 100 credits. The game doesn't give you the option to actually manipulate it further. 23.29, that's actually going to be quite difficult. As I was saying, these races can be quite difficult if you don't do it properly or correctly. So I may have to do a couple of, retries if I can't do it the first time. But on the plus side, Swoop Racing is a lot easier than in the sequel. Swoop Racing in Knights of the Old Republic 2 is absolutely awful. At least in the first game, it's pleasurable. I want to talk about the rewards for racing, because I didn't actually ask about that. Explain what the different tiers are. Are there any pro racers here besides Nico? What does each tier pay? What are racing bonds? I'll be back later. Right, so you no thanks, goodbye. So let's talk to the person we beat. You. I've a few things to ask. Spare a moment? I want to ask about you and racing. Is this the best place for racing? Why have racers come here? How long have you been at this? No good memories? That seems a waste. What can you tell me about the other racers? Let's go back to my first questions. I'm looking for something. Who knows this planet best? I have to leave. Goodbye. Yeah, I don't think there's much point talking to these guys, so... Yeah, I'm gonna save and then we'll resume. Let's talk about Swoop Racing. Just set me up with a race. Haven't I already dealt with this fee? I will pay the 100 credits. Oh, 22.51. That's going to be difficult. Right, this is not going to go well, I don't think. It's all about timing. And I think I started a little later as well, which didn't help. Oh, damn it, I lost. I was so close. Oh no, okay. I won. Oh, I must. Oh yeah, it was 22.51. Oh, I thought it was 22.22 for some reason. Okay, I'll be back later. Right, so can I talk to Nico now?
You again? I don't really feel like talking right now.
Okay, I'll be back in a sec.
All right.
Let's just take a look at my journal. Let's see. You are now champion of the Swoop track on Tatooine. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can talk to you then.
Again?
Yeah, I talked to Motta about you.
I suppose you've got a right to know track business, but with the times you've been posting...
I convinced Motta to give you a better contract. If you had let me tell you that earlier, we wouldn't have had to have been through all this ordeal.
You did? I don't believe it. I mean, I do, but I sure wasn't expecting it. I appreciate it. I really do. Now I can take my bike to the big races. There's not much of a circuit right now, but I'll be ready when it recovers.
When do you think you'll be leaving?
Hard to tell. I'll get some more runs here first. I need the practice. I have to top your time.
Goodbye then. Good luck.
Thanks again. I meant it.
Awesome. So Nico is now happy with us, and he's dealt with, as you can see on the completed quests. We might as well talk to the other Swoop racers before we go. God, some of these responses are a bit harsh. I've a few things I wanted to ask. Spare a moment? I'm looking for something. Who knows this planet best? Oh, it's just the same questions anyway. I have to leave. Goodbye. And one more person we haven't talked to. I wanted to ask a few questions if you have the time. I'm looking for something. Who knows this planet best? I wanted to ask about you and racing, and then we'll go back to the other dude because I didn't actually ask him. How long have you been at this? Why did you change your racing name? Is this the best place for racing? If this track is so small, why bother? What can you tell me about the other racers? Let's go back to my first questions. I have to leave. Goodbye. And we'll quickly talk to the person I didn't ask about his past, but we'll do it anyway. I wanted to ask about you and racing. See, now I feel automatically better because he's pleased I've asked about him. Is this the best place for racing? Why have racers come here? How long have you been at this? What do you want to learn? GG, good game! What can you tell me about the other racers? Is this the best place for racing? Oh no, I've already asked that. Let's go back to my first questions. I have to leave. Goodbye. We'll talk to the other Rhodium one last time. Can I hear what the track records are? What do you have on me? Those are some good times. What do you have on Zoris? What do you have on Yuka Will? What do you have on Garm? Let's go back to my other questions. Why is there a fee? No thanks, goodbye. And we'll talk to the fans.
I like a man that can move fast when he needs to. Maybe I could trouble you for an auto print or something.
As long as you don't sell it on eBay.
You're a pro, aren't you? You ever race on Terrace? I wish I had the chance before it blew.
I did race on Terrace. Do you want to say anything else?
You didn't have much competition here. The circuit's hurting after the loss of Terrace.
I don't know, I'd say Tatooine is harder to swoop race on than Terrace. Ooh, I'm famous, awesome. What, my auto print? Are you serious? Sure, why not? Scan away. You know why people sell their autographs for money? It's so they can make a living. There's a whole reason why convention circuits exist. Anyway, that went rather well, so I'm going to save. And then the last thing I want to do is actually go and get HK-47, because I've got a little bit of time to kill before I move on. So let's take out... I'm actually going to take out both of my party members and have... Actually, we'll keep Mission, but I'm going to have Mission and T3. Because I can't remember if Mission actually has more to say in the droid shop. But anyway, T3 needs leveling up, so let's do that. I am tempted to slowly build him as... I do need someone with demolitions, to be honest, so let's do that. And build all these up. Oh, I'll just keep building demolitions, actually. Oh, can only do that anyway. Yeah, that'll do. Feats, we need... Yeah, definitely more demolitions. And again, build them up. Seems you can only have up to 6 demolitions anyway.
Sure.
So let's switch back. And we're going to go and buy HK-47 because he will be useful. So let's go in the droid shop. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of droids in here. There's a droid that doesn't respond. Another utility droid. It's a shame we can't buy a generic utility droid, but oh well. You, HK-47, what do you have to say?
Greeting. Hello to you, prospective purchaser. I am referred to as HK-47, a fully functional Science-Tech Corporation droid skilled in both combat and protocol functions. Query. Would you be so kind as to purchase this model from Yukalaka? It would serve my purposes to be removed from his ownership.
Sell yourself, droid. Why would I need you?
Disclosure. I am a versatile protocol and combat droid, fluent in verbal and cultural translation. Should your needs prove more practical, I am also skilled in highly personal combat.
So you translate. I understand most languages well enough.
Extrapolation. Intuitive language comprehension? That would be the result of recognition and training of force sensitivity. Your kind have little use of translation droids. Of course, your kind also encounters danger on a far more frequent basis than the average citizen. You would do well to have me work for you then, before someone else makes use of my more exotic functions.
Why would you be better than an armored battle droid?
Disclosure. Finesse. Battle droids hold battlefields. I'm capable of eliminating a very specific type of target.
You are beginning to sound like an assassin.
Retraction. Droids built for such a function face strict regulation and often have unique difficulties with previous owners. Objection. My former owners are indeed alive, or at least I believe so, not having access to my memory. I therefore make no claim to that designation, prospective buyer. I am a law-abiding droid. Yes, indeed. Law-abiding. That's me.
You don't sound very convincing.
Request. Please do not speak so loudly, prospective buyer. Do you truly wish my price to be doubled?
Good point. Let's go back to my previous questions.
Objection. My functions are wasted here, prospective purchaser. I will answer your queries, but I assure you, I am better utilized elsewhere.
Let's see. I'm not familiar with SciTech Corporation. What else do they make?
Answer. With the restraining bolt in place, I do not have access to my memory core. I suspect, however, by the fine quality of my manufacture, that they are a prestigious company indeed. I suspect I am of unique construction, or perhaps I was intended for a very specific customer. How I ended up here, I can hardly say. It is sufficient to say that I am a fully capable translator and cultural analyst, and I am also proficient in personal combat.
Why are you keeping information to yourself?
Explanation. I have been recently fitted with a restraining bolt, if you must know. With it in place, access to much of my memory core is restricted. I am not dangerous, you bucket of bolts. That is, a restraining bolt is standard procedure to prevent a droid from wandering off, as you should know. Not to mention that the fool Ithorian might raise his asking price if he knew more, or make inquiries into my history. Neither outcome is beneficial to me.
Access to your memory is restricted. You've said this before, but I want to know more about this.
Statement. Indeed, it is possible that the Ithorian placed the restraining bolt on me to prevent my return to a previous owner. It is also possible that the removal of the bolt will not restore memory functions. Without my memory, I do not know if I know the answer. Do not interpret this as a reduction of my worth, however. My capabilities are quite expansive.
How do I know you'll be loyal once the restraining bolt is removed?
Assurance. I am fully autonomous, but lack resources. I will grant loyal service in exchange for proper maintenance. As well, it is rare that I am able to utilize my full array of abilities. You seem likely to give me the opportunity to do so.
Why would you assume that?
Extrapolation. You are no farmer or diplomat. You are armed and comfortable as such. We will mesh well.
Doesn't Yuka question you about your reluctance to reveal your functions?
Explanation. It is rare for a droid to resist an owner in this way. Doubtless the Ithorian considers my stubbornness an embellishment to add interest to a seemingly mundane protocol droid.
Alright, I'll see about purchasing you.
Statement. The fool Ithorian has decided I am to be an expensive purchase. He does this out of greed, and not out of knowledge of my true capabilities. Advisement. I have observed him. He is a coward, and will be responsive to aggressive bargaining.
Does Yuka Laka know that you talk about him like this?
Statement. I wish only to be purchased, and away from ill treatment at the hands of this poorly skilled mechanic. I have no desire to be subtle. Qualification. Oh, of course I shall be quite pleasant to you, should you purchase me, please.
Okay, it's funny actually, because there are a lot of Knights of the Old Republic fans who would go as far as to say HK-47 is the best character in both games and is also the funniest character in the entire series. I'm not sure if I'd go quite as far as to say he's, you know, the funniest character in both games. I certainly wouldn't go as far as to say he's my favourite character in both games, but HK is definitely a cool character. Not so useful in, you know, what he actually says he's good at, e.g. combat, but he is a fun character. So let's talk to Yukalaka. My money is my own business. Let me ask a few questions about HK-47. You don't seem to know much about it. Why haven't you wiped its memory if it offends you that much? What functions have you tested? Well, we definitely need it for the Sam people communication. What does the HK-47 designation mean other than being an AK-47 pen? Where did you get this HK-47?
Gee, that doesn't sound suspicious at all. Warehouse workers have a bad habit of paying off their debts with other people's property, you know?
Ooh, mission does have some dialogue here, that's good. I'm interested, let's talk price. Wait, you're related to that Ithorian in the Swoop Racing track? How convenient, I beat his record earlier. 5,000 credits is steep, Jesus. Could I convince you to lower the price a bit? That was quick. Desperate to sell? Perhaps I can convince you to go lower. Let's see. Come now, think of the advertising you'll get from me. $4,000 is fair. I'll pay it. Reluctantly, but only because HK-47 is awesome. I'm looking for exotics, something called a star map. What is stopping the Jawas from scavenging? I don't need a translator. I understand most languages fine, apart from Sam people. Did the Jawas bring you this HK-47? What do you have in stock besides droids? Show me what you have. I need to know how many credits I've got. Oh god, 2,235. I had 6,000 credits at one point then. Damn it. Oh well. If I prodded the price anymore, I definitely would have had dark side points, so I didn't want to push it if I could. No doubt I'm going to sell a lot of this later on anyway. So, HK-47, I need you.
Statement. I see you have purchased me, Master. I find this a satisfactory arrangement. My restraining bolt will be deactivated when you take possession of me. Am I to accompany you now? Shall I kill something for you?
Kill something for me?
Answer. Indeed. I am most eager to engage in some unadulterated violence. At your command, of course, Master.
Travel with me now.
Statement. I will enter into your service now, Master. I am certain you will make adequate use of my primary functions. My gears are practically quivering with anticipation.
And HK47 has joined my party. So I'm going to... Well, you don't actually have to have HK47 with you. The game doesn't force you to take him. However, we will for consistency. So, T3, you can go. HK, you can join. And here we go. And I think HK may have some unique dialogue with Yuka. Actually, I will switch mission out briefly and put T3 in, because I can't remember if either or both have unique dialogue. Let's just double check.
Objection. Worn out? Listen, you talentless organic meatbag. One word from my master and I will pull you apart, limb from useless limb. I have always been hostile. Now that I need no longer rely on you and your primitive maintenance skills, I do not need to hide it.
And, okay, goodbye.
Query. Can I kill him now, Master? I would like ever so much to crush his neck. Just a little. It is a long-time fantasy of mine.
Forget it, and stop threatening people.
I apologize, Master. Are you sure? Not even just a little?
Anyway, let's move on. So I'm going to switch T3 back out for mission. And essentially, we've now got HK47, and we're only one party member away from getting everyone we can in the game. So HK, what can we build him at? I'm tempted, looking at his stats, to do demolitions for definite. Demolitions and repair, I think I'm going to build him up. It's a bit annoying with HK47 because by default in the vanilla game he's not actually very good at being a combat droid, despite the fact that he is a combat droid. So what I'm going to do is give him some extra toughness. But thankfully with this mod that I've got installed with the extra feats, it may actually make him a bit more usable, because I normally don't use HK47 very much. Constitution, yeah, that seems reasonable as a recommended. So what do the recommended... Oh, it just gives him repair. Okay, so let's just give him pretty much... he only needs like 1 point for everything apart from... No, he needs 1 point for everything, okay. But he doesn't have many skill points, which makes sense because he's not like T3. So, Master Toughness, definitely. Oh, HK's definitely improved now. Now that he gets feats upon every level up, that's awesome. In the vanilla game, he rarely gets feats upon leveling up, which I think is a bit stupid for a combat droid. Anyway, demolitions up. And Parablast will start improving. Oh, this is useful. This is so useful. Okay, repair at 10. And feats, Parablast at full. Awesome, okay. So now that we've done all that, we've actually got quite a lot accomplished in that part, in this part today. So next time we will finally leave Anchorhead and head out towards the Dune Sea, because we need to try and find not only the star map, but we also need to try and find Mission's brother. We also need to find Bastila's father's remains. We've got quite a lot of stuff to do, and also rescue the Jawas for ISIS, the most unfortunately named Jawa in the entire history of the Star Wars universe. So I'm going to leave it there for now. So thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.